You know that number on the back of every single book, the ISBN? You've probably seen it a million times and just thought, yeah, it's a barcode number. But what if I told you there's a secret hidden inside? A really clever mathematical trick designed to stop mistakes in their tracks. We're going to crack it.
So, the big question is that number just random? Some simple serial number they slap on? And yeah, it totally looks that way. But the real answer? Oh, it's way, way cooler than that.
The answer is a definite no. In a 10-digit ISBN, that very last number isn't even part of the book's ID. It's something called a check digit. Its only job, its entire purpose in life, is to make sure the first 9 digits are correct. It's like a tiny built-in fact checker. So you gotta ask, how does this clever little trick work? Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, so the whole thing kicks off with something called a weighted sum. Now I know, that sounds super technical, right? But I promise you, it's really just some simple multiplication and adding stuff up. Let me show you what I mean. So the game plan is this. We take the first 9 digits of the ISBN, and for each digit, we're going to multiply it by a special number. It's weight. And weight is just a fancy way of saying we use a different multiplier for each digit. Then we just add up all those answers to get one single important number. That's it.
Okay, now here's where it gets kind of cool and a little bit weird. We actually work backwards. We start with the 9th digit and go from right to left. So that 9th digit gets multiplied by 2, the 8th one gets multiplied by 3, the 7th by 4. You see the pattern? We keep going all the way until the very first digit gets multiplied by 10. And that final column there shows you what you get for each one. So you add all those numbers in the last column together and boom, you get your weighted sum. For this example, it's 83. And you got to remember this number. 83 is our key. It's like we've squished all the information from those 9 digits down into this one value. And now we can use it to find our secret check digit.
All right, we've got our magic number, 83. Let's get to step 2, the final step, and see how this number unlocks the whole thing. So now we have a little puzzle to solve, and it's pretty simple actually. We just have to ask, what number, and it has to be between 0 and 10, can we add to our 83 to make the total perfectly divisible by 11? And all that means is, when you divide it, you get a whole number with nothing left over. No remainder.
Okay, let's just try them out. We'll start with 0. 83 plus 0 is, well, it's 83. Divide that by 11, you get a remainder. So, nope, 0's not it.
All right, let's try one. 83 plus 1 is 84. Is that divisible by 11? Still no. Okay, we could be here for a minute. But let's jump ahead. What happens when we get to 5? Well, 83 plus 5 equals 88. And wait a second. 88 divided by 11 is exactly 8. No remainder. That's it. That's our number. We found it.
And here's the thing. 5 is the only number from 0 to 10 that does the trick. It's the 1. And that, my friends, means 5 is our check digit. It's the secret number that validates the entire ISBN.
So that's the logic, right? It's just a simple set of steps you can follow every single time. And you know what's great at following a repeatable set of rules? Computers. This is basically a perfect recipe for a computer program. So let's take a look at how you'd actually turn this logic into code.
And this is such a great way to see how programming really works. On the left, you have plain English, right? It's what we want to do. On the right, that's the Python code. It's how we tell the computer to do it. So get the 9 digits literally becomes an input command. Start a total at 0 just means we create a variable called total and set it to 0. See, it's almost a direct translation from our thoughts into computer language.
Now, for that weighted sum part, we use something called a loop. And a loop is it's an automated way to do something over and over again. So instead of us doing it by hand, the loop just zips through those multipliers from 2 to 10, it grabs the digits from right to left, just like we did, multiplies them and adds them to the total. It's our exact same process, but the computer does it in like a nanosecond.
Of course, it's really easy to make a tiny mistake when you're writing this stuff. Actually, the programmer in the video this is based on, he made a little mistake at first, forgot one tiny step and had to go back and fix it. And that's such a great reminder that coding isn't about being perfect the first time. It's all about building something, testing it, and tweaking the logic until it works just right. Okay, so what about finding that check digit? Remember our little puzzle? Well, in Python, that's just another loop. And inside that loop is this one really elegant line of code. See that percent sign? That's the modulo operator. It's a fancy name for something super simple. It just gives you the remainder after you divide. So that line of code is literally asking the exact same question we did. Hey, computer, if I add this number to my total and divide by 11, is the remainder 0? It's our puzzle turned into code.
So, okay, this is a pretty cool trick for books, right? But why should you really care? Well, because this whole idea, this check digit thing, or what's officially called a checksum, it is absolutely everywhere. It's a fundamental building block of the technology you use every single day.
So a checksum, that's the official term. Think of it like a digital fingerprint for data. You calculate this small value based on a much bigger chunk of data. And if even one tiny bit, one single character in that original data gets messed up, the fingerprint won't match anymore. Instantly, the system knows, whoa, something's wrong here.
And believe me, you are using these things constantly. You know the last digit on your credit card? That's a checksum. It's how a website can instantly tell you you've typed a number wrong even before it checks with the bank. Ever scanned a QR code that's a little torn up and it still works? You can thank checksums and error correction for that. Every single time you download a file, stream a movie, send an email, countless little checksums are firing off in the background, making sure all that data arrives exactly as it was sent. They are truly the silent, unsung heroes of our digital lives.
So the next time you pick up a book and see that ISBN, you'll know. It's not just a random number. It's a beautiful, self-correcting system, all built on some really simple and elegant math. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What other secret codes, what other brilliant little algorithms are hiding all around us in plain sight, just quietly making everything work?